to anyone, the listeners, man? Give us a brief introduction to who you are and where you're based from and all the rest of it, man.
Well, I mean, you already know me. You know what I'm saying? I do the beats with the music with Jimmy,
Yeah.
and I'm here with my cousin. My cousin just came. Uh, so that's why we got like interrupted
No,
and
but I was
everything.
trying to say, I was trying to say, I was saying, man, tell the people who may be listening to this show where you're based and stuff, because there'll be people listening who won't know who you are or where you're based from or won't have listened to any of the previous conversations. So give people a brief outline of where you are and who you are and what you do, man.
What?
Hey.
Oh, that's Theo. What the hell?
Here. What's going on?
Oh, hello everybody. Can everybody hear me?
Yeah. How do I get this working? Let me just here.
All right, so Fyodor's in here. Everybody's in here now, right?
Well, Theo's there.
Fucking Lee, man. God damn.
Trying to get
Dude,
this
this
shit
shit
off my
took
head,
forever.
Yeah.
Yo, is
Great
Veros in here
musician.
and is Ernie in here? Because Ernie's been trying to get in too.
Well, I see.
There you go. That's better.
Finally, fucking Lee.
There you go. Got it working.
God damn.
I just got to smoke. What's going on, fellas?
Hey, Theo, congratulations, brother. How you doing?
Hey. Hey, doing great. Doing good. Doing all right. Wow, there's a lot of people here.
Yeah, man. Well, we got OG Ninja on here, I believe. I see a picture of him
Here.
smoking a blunt.
Here.
All right, so you are here. I wasn't
Here
sure
you
if
go,
you
right
just
here.
I wasn't sure if you just were like posing in like a frozen statue pose smoking a blunt. It's just like a picture in there. But all right, so OG Ninja's here, Sleepy's here, Tim is here, I am here, Phantom is here. We need. Did you, Tim? You sent this guy a link, Viros?
Nah, you gotta add him. You gotta add him on this one.
All right, Tim, did you add him on here? Because he just tried calling me. I didn't want to accept it because I thought it would like cut us off. Chris, you could jump on this shit too. I just gotta send you an invite on the phone. Or you if you got Hangouts, you could just jump in on the conversation.
No, I'm good. I just wanted to say what up.
That's third eye.
Yeah, it's third eye.
Hey,
What's up, Tim?
yeah, man. How you doing, brother, man?
So how you doing, bro?
I'm good.
How you doing, bro?
I'm just watching some comedy. That's all.
Well, you need it in the country, in the environment you need, oh man. You need as much comedy as you possibly can, dude.
he said you need it. You need the comedy in this environment, in this country. But yeah, very true.
Yeah, I'm actually watching a Scottish comedian.
He's watching a Scottish guy.
Yeah, Frankie Boyle.
Frankie Boyle.
Oh, Frankie Boyle.
Yeah, Frankie Boylan.
He knows who Frankie Boyle is.
Yeah, no, he sounded very familiar.
Yeah. Frankie Boyle is about as popular over here as I don't know, as he's as pork is in a Muslim country, dude. He's not a very popular guy. He's not seen on TV. Says far too much dangerous edgy test. He's an edgy guy.
Edgy. He's not very popular because he's a very edgy guy. He's very
No, it's true, but I like his opinions on America. It's quite hilarious.
He has a lot of opinions on America, man.
Hopefully the
Tim,
doesn't fucking shut us off again for fucking me lighting this day.
Yeah, really. Yo, Tim, did you send Veros invite? Because he tried calling me.
I've sent everybody who friended me on Facebook, man.
All right, so yeah, I don't understand why you tried calling me then. I don't know. We tried. We're here. We're trying. That's all we could do. But so yeah, man. So Tim, you got Fyodor on here. Fyodor is Gideon Gilgamesh. We had our group Digital Crack together.
Digital Crack.
G Friday, G13.
Am I on?
We did our first project, Sleepy, entirely produced. We went out to Toledo and recorded. Like fucking over about 12 years ago or something like that.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Well,
it's been 12 years. Shit.
It's been about that long, yeah.
Dude,
Fuck.
And,
just out of interest, Theodore, whereabouts are you, man? I can see sunlight, and that's something that's a bit of a rarity over this part of the world this time of
There you
year.
go. I'm in Hawaii.
Oh, beautiful, dude.
Yeah, I got a good view. I got a really dope view out of here.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
How long are you in Hawaii for?
It's been about 2 years. Just been lamping out here, just working,
Hell yeah,
making
yo.
beats and stuff. Yeah,
It's official.
yeah.
Fucking
I got imported.
Hawaii.
The wife imported me.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
but yeah, you know.
So it's good, man. It's
definitely,
good out here.
Definitely would be would like to do something. I mean, I don't know how the Hawaii scene is for hip hop. I do know that like the guy Blurry Logic and shit, he's gone over there to record shit. But
Oh,
as
for
far
real?
as like, yeah, no, dude,
Blurry
you didn't see
Logic?
it? Yeah, you never seen that
No.
fucking
For
dude?
real?
You never seen the post he did
What?
on my Instagram where he's like, yeah, Hawaii is real crazy. You know, like the underground scene in Hawaii, like the Samoans and shit. Like, don't fuck with
For
them,
real?
you know? Like, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
According
Yeah,
to
no,
him.
I didn't see that. I'm not on social media, man. Not on.
Smart
Don't let the
man.
beast
Smart
control
man.
me. No, but I don't know. I don't need that social validation or whatever.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're tracking anyway. They know what you're thinking.
Mhm.
They know what you had for breakfast.
Yeah, no, I just installed this app, and I know they got me. I usually had to turn off my VPN. I got a virtual private network dealie that makes them think
Oh,
I'm in
shit.
China,
Nice.
but like I had to turn that off.
Yeah, like, you're not
Sounds
allowed
like a
to
chocolate
use
you
our
guys.
Google. Yeah, you're not allowed to use our Google services if you're going to cheat us and not tell us exactly what you're doing and where you are.
Pretty much.
Yeah, but hey, man, I wanted to say thank you for sending me and Sleepy those beats, man. We definitely gonna try and do some shit. You know,
Yeah, I like that
like,
last one I sent you, where I sampled that podcast you guys that just did.
Yeah. We're actually gonna be going back on again with.
Tell me what fucking app that is. You kept going. Check it on the app. Check it on the app. You guys go. You can't hear this? Well, it's on the app. You guys should check the app. I looked through the website. They don't got a fucking app. There's no app. What app?
No, they do have an app. I got it. It's just very strange the way they do it. But the reason.
What's it called?
Is someone else getting called too? Yeah, I can hear it. Osiris keeps trying to call me.
Yeah, me too.
How the fuck do we get him in on this shit? Because he keeps trying to call everybody to get in. And I don't want to answer it because if I answer it, it's going to cut me out of this shit like it did before, and then I'll be back to square one. I'll be fucking in the chat by myself.
Jimmy, if I could interject with some sort of wisdom, I'll be a wiser man. But all I can say is I haven't got a clue how we've even reached to this point, dude. So
For real. This is amazing, bro. I mean, we got New York on the line, Philly, Scotland, Hawaii.
Yeah.
If Op would have gone on, we would have had Detroit. I mean, so
Wow.
we have people right now trying to call in, but we can't for some reason get them in. I don't know.
Who's from Philly?
No, OG Ninja Mark. He's out in Philly right now.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm out in Philly right now.
Oh, dope.
Oh, yo, Phil, bro, you better duck down, bro. I hear the spy planes flying over your head.
Oh yeah, they're right there.
Are they dropping off a care package?
Yo, Tim, I need to get
no.
official headset.
Asbestos.
Yeah, Tim stepped his game up. He's got a headset. I just got this cheap pair of headphones from fucking Bodega.
Oh,
But yeah, man. Yeah, you know, use what you got.
You got what you got. You can use them. Yeah.
Exactly. Hey, well, Tim, man, if there's any way you could send another invite to Osiris on Facebook, I appreciate it. Just because he keeps trying to call to get in, and I feel bad trying to get him in on this.
well, dude, my advice would be get him to hit me up as a friend, and then I can send him a link.
Yeah, he's on. I suggested you guys on there. Osiris, some shit.
He hasn't hit me up yet, man. Well, dude,
I'm sure he's watching this. Yeah.
Well, dude, can I put this as an open question to you while you're all here, Dan? Man, you're all gentlemen from the United States of America, man, and we were talking earlier on. How do you all feel about the upcoming year, man? Do you feel quite optimistic about the scene in America man, at the moment, or do you feel pessimistic, or somewhere in between? Open question to you all.
Okay.
Narcissistic.
I mean, for me, no. He's saying like how we feel for the year coming up. I mean, if you're asking me, as far as predictions for the world itself, I can't tell.
No,
you.
no,
I don't really
no,
go
dude,
by
no,
that.
no, no, no. Sorry, man. No, I meant in the sense of
Hmm.
in your community, in your circles. Do you think it's a good time to be a musician right now, or in America, or a bad time? That's my general, man. Do you think?
I would say I'd say it's a good time. I mean, listen, so many people create, and it's so easy to connect with people. It's easier now more than ever. I mean, look at us all right now in this video call that took like 3 fucking hours to make happen. But I mean, but yeah, no. I mean, it's an amazing time because people at this point in time, it's 2018, are more understanding and more universal than ever before. I would say, and just open to different things. You know what I mean? Like you might go back in 10 years or 20 years, and rappers wouldn't be open to working with certain types of music, and now there's so many subgenres and so many people who have tried and done different types of music. I just think that it's not really surprising or shocking if somebody comes to you and says, "Hey, well, I'm working on this album. I know it's not really your type of music, but would you like to contribute vocals, or would you like to, sit in and maybe work on some of the production?" I mean, like even a friend of mine who passed away in August, I never knew he had anything to do with beat production ever. My buddy Curtis. But then I had some guy message me the songs that he put drums on, and he did the drums, all the drum patterns on an MPC too. And you know what I mean? He did the arrangements for the drums. And, he never told me about it. But, he did a lot of shit that he actually didn't really mention, but it was only after he passed that I found out he did a lot of shit. So, I mean, yeah, that's just one example. You know what I mean? He was by no means did he really have any background in it, but he was sitting with somebody one day, they were working on a beat, and he did the drums for the whole shit, So I would say it's a good time to be an artist. Why not? You don't really need. Go ahead, man.
That's the beauty of that shit. But as far as like, just right now, everything is getting so oversaturated that it's fucking like a popularity contest. Like whoever has the most followers and whoever is fucking well known and popular in school and bullshit like that will get you on and get you looked at over skill and talent.
Yeah, I feel like the game is a little easier to rig nowadays too, though. Yeah, but like they got like these black market schemes like on the what do you call it, darknet or something, and you could buy like these likes. You could. It's a lot easier to scheme the market, is all I'm saying. Like in a broker artist's favor. Couple Bow Wow to like spend on it. You could get yourself like I don't know, a little bit of recognition.
Yeah,
relatively easily.
But that goes to show you right there. You could be fucking garbage and have money, and your shit will blow.
But I feel like I mean it's been the same. I feel you like that's very true. But I think it's a little easier for richer broker artists, a little bit richer broker artists to kind of make it. If they want to spend a couple thou on it,
Yeah, for sure. Because don't get me wrong, because I've definitely put up bread for shows and marketing and promotion and shit like that. You know what I mean? But, it's just like the dope shit and the real shit, the real art of it doesn't get publicized to the mainstream. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, no, fair enough. True, indeed.
Not only music. I'm just saying art in general, like anything.
Yeah. No, that's real. That's real.
Well, man, can I just speak upon a couple of things you just said then? I mean, hasn't it? I'll throw the question back to you. Hasn't it always been the case of it's just hard work, man? I mean, that's one of the untold secrets of being a creative person, isn't it? It's just a constant struggle uphill against pushing water uphill, man. Nothing's changed, and I think sort of speaking to the other side of it, I think you're right about the instant popularity, but I always go back to this, man. Well, eventually, it's like me and you were talking about. Eventually, you do break. You know what I mean? If you're doing and you're producing the best you can do, eventually you will have your moment, man. And I think then it goes back to something me and you were talking about. It's how important is the instant success and the fame of right now compared to something you may achieve in 5 years down the line after hard work. And that's where we get caught in this whole dialectic of where many creative people are. They just want instant success rather than understanding that it's a hard process, man. You've got to step by step put a lot of effort into it, man. And that's what I think puts a lot of people off because they don't want to put the hard work in.
Yeah, for sure. Like, but it even goes back to what you were saying earlier. Like, my engineer, Wasteman, he recently like quit. He just said, "Fuck it, I'm not doing music anymore." And he's been doing that since he was a kid. He's toured the country. He's been doing all different types of genres and everything in between. And he just said, "Fuck it." He's like, when you do it for the love for so much and nothing ever happens, you sort of like fall out of that love.
Wow. Yeah, there's got to be a breaking point somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
And we've had our fair share of blogs and people that put our name out there and shit like that. I've only done this shit for 3 years, so I'm not quitting anytime at all. Fuck that. But he's been doing it for way like 10 plus years. You know what I mean? And it's crazy, man. When shit like that happens, sometimes people quit.
So basically, what I think what's missing right now, like something you were speaking about earlier on, Philo, is it? There seems to be no way right now of let's put it this way, for want of a better word, there's no level playing field, is there? It's like if you've got money, you can weight the balls in your favour, as you were quite rightly saying, you can buy votes on the darknet. So surely the solution is if there's a way of making it completely where the level playing field started from that, and then we could all, through our own merits, have an equal basis to start from, would be a starting point. And this is one of the things that I'm fascinated by, because I think that we're in the early stages of seeing new technology that will open this up. Me and Jimmy have talked about many times about things like the blockchain and this decentralized network. It's going to open this up where these abilities, where people who have got money or fame can rig the game to their favor. I think that is starting to dissolve as we look around us right now. I don't know how your thoughts about it and how you see that.
I could see how it's a lot more blatant nowadays, but I'm just saying, like 20 years ago, all you had was your label's money, which you had to pay back out of your ass after your tour's over or whatever. But nowadays, you could be a successful independent artist. You could, it's plausible. And who's out nowadays? You got Chance the Rapper, and he's fucking doing he's like a genuine just like major record label artist. He's got like a little bit, probably even more shine than that. But it wouldn't be possible like a couple years ago. Maybe 5-7 years ago. This is like unheard of.
Yeah, I mean, Chance the Rapper is a rare exception because he's one of those guys who's actually turned down deals. You know what I mean? Every time you hear about him with a deal, he's turned it down so far.
Mm-hmm. Smart man, smart move.
Like even with the streaming shit, like look at Spotify. They just got caught with stealing millions of money. Like they didn't pay out a lot of shit.
Yeah, they were pimping them like the labels.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Exactly.
And it's crazy because
what the labels do to the fucking game, doing the same shit.
I meant to tell you, Fyodor, I actually had just gotten certified on fucking Spotify, and I was getting ready to upload all of our shit through fucking Out of Nowhere Entertainment, through Op shit.
Cool. Dope. Cool. Yeah, I can't wait. Yeah. I can't wait. I was searching for my shit. My shit was on Spotify. My first album. But I try to play it, and it won't fucking go through. I think it's like
you know why?
Been accessed long enough or something.
No. What happened was I paid to have it put up, so it was available on all these different streaming sites. But then I didn't keep up on the bill, and I just decided that I'm just gonna leave it down for now because we're gonna put it up through Ops anyway.
Yeah. All right. That's a. Excuse me.
Smoking the.
Yeah, I got this contraption here.
This contraption. They call it a crack pipe.
It's the
Yo,
new it's the new
what kind of
millennium
joints you
crack
produce,
pipe.
bro?
Was that?
I said, what kind of joints you produce? You say you a producer?
Yeah, man. You know, kind of weird shit. Kind of weird shit, gotta say. But I don't know, kind of boom bap inspired. I try to stay away from like trillions of hi hats. It's just like every beat nowadays.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a little more old school, a little weird.
Actually,
I'll
I
send you a link.
played OG Ninja. I played you some of Fedor's beats while I was down south, and he sent me some
Yeah?
new ones that I was gonna try and get you on. Yeah.
Let's get it, bro. We gotta
Yeah,
fly
for
out
sure.
there
Like five
towards you.
or
We gotta
six.
do a show out there and shit.
Oh yeah, dope. I got a
Well,
good venue too.
that's what I'm. Yeah. Well, how's the scene out there, Fedor? Is there a good like, if there was a hip hop show to be thrown there, what would the turnout look like?
It's pretty weak from where I'm at. Pretty weak. But you know what? It's not like dead or anything. But you know, there's a couple of heads to come around every once in a while. And I don't know. I don't really get out at night too often nowadays because I got work my day job on the day. But
Right.
I don't know. I'll do some research. Do some up-to-date
Yeah,
research.
man.
Let you know.
Well, your boy Blurry Logic, you know, he said there's the dark underworld, the underbelly of Hawaii.
Yeah. I got it. Yeah, send me that link or something. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. It's like a video? What do you do?
Yeah, I'll play it for you right now. Hold on.
You can do that? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
This is
I
the
got
future.
That's right.
Future.
I got
Yeah,
the
that's cool.
skills to do so.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, man. You know, Blurry.
Are you just going to play it on a
Logic,
tinier
Tim,
screen and hold it up to your camera?
Exactly.
Oh, shit. Well, you're
How
not
did you
moving.
know?
You're not even moving. I
I'm
can't
not
see you. I'm
moving.
on my phone. I'm on my.
That's how skilled I am.
Get the fuck out of here. You're going to
I
project
gotta
it
get
into
close
my
to
third eye.
Hold on. But yeah, man. Actually, you know what's really weird? I have a disc on the floor right now. It says "Get to Fyodor" from Blurry Logic.
So why is it on the floor?
And it's like,
It's on the floor. It's on the fucking scratchy side on the floor.
yeah, it's a
It's
reminder.
going to disintegrate by the time it
reminder.
gets to me.
I mean, but he gave it to me like a month after you moved to Hawaii, and it's like basically it's basically just like a copy
What?
of like it's like a copy of like a bunch of his tracks and shit. But I forget what he wanted from you. Hold on.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I guess. Hold on.
Yours music makes me extremely paranoid. Why's that?
What happened?
Did you drop it? The fuck?
Yeah, I dropped it. Hold on. Is this the guy?
What the fuck is it? Whoa. What the fuck is that? Gaddafi?
I'm staying in my lane. I'm scared of that shit. Like, Gore's music makes me extremely paranoid. Why's that? Just the subject matter and the content. It's really slick metaphorical brutality and violence and like sick stuff, man. You know, it's like, that shit, I stay in my lane. I'm scared of that shit. Like,
Did you hear any of that?
Yeah, I hear it.
Oh,
Fucking
shit.
What's going
Who
on,
we
my
got
brother?
here? Oh, Veros, you finally
Peace,
made it in.
peace. Yeah, man.
All right. Now it's a fucking party. All right, so
Go ahead.
look, we got Veros is
man.
here. Is here. Mr. Gideon Gilgamesh is here. And Tim is
Gideon
here.
Gilgamesh
of course,
Galactica.
myself. That's
Yeah,
right.
what's going on, brother?
That was
Yo,
good.
Tim,
Hello, man.
you have the best setup right now, bro. Out of everybody's scenery, you have the cleanest one.
Oh, thank you, man.
You got the lights with the plant in the background. Then you got
With the
Very
plant
nice,
in the
very nice.
background.
bro, you got the lights.
That's
and then you
life
got
right
the
there,
scarf
boy.
with
That's
the
life.
headset. This shit is official. Your shit is official, bro. I fuck with you, Tim.
It's a fish.
well, man,
Your shit is a fish.
I was saying to, and this is, I think this is being real, man. It's all these conversations like this are great, man. But I look forward to the day, and I was saying this to everyone, we can all kind of like, dude, get you over here in Scotland, man. Get you over in the Highlands, man. Take you out of the farm America, man, and get you into the mountains of Scotland, dude. Then
I
we're
would love to.
That sounds great.
We can have a proper session, dude.
Yeah, we need to do the N99 shit in Hawaii.
Oh well, yeah,
The
well, you
99?
know, but we can do the N99 festival in Hawaii, man. That sounds good to me, man.
That would be
Yeah,
amazing.
get over here.
I just want to know one thing: is there women with fat asses out there?
There's nothing but. There's nothing but.
Do
No
they
pun
have the big
intended.
gluteus maximuses out in Scotland? Well, what's the answer, Tim? Any big bottom gals out there?
No, dude, no, that's no, dude, man, that is a, and I'll say this honestly, man, that's a real American thing, man. Here, over here, dude, dude, if you're into, if you're into the, you know, the wild, the kind of, you know, the savagey kind of girls, man, that's Scotland for you, man. They're all savages over here, man.
Okay.
Well, I'm saying, like, they don't got McDonald's over there?
Yeah, no, dude, we haven't got McDonald's. We don't have electricity. We don't know what television
That's
is.
why.
You guys don't have girls like from the islands or nothing over
there? Look, the McDonald's produces the big fat asses. But I got a message here for Fyodor. Are you ready, Fyodor?
What is this? What you got, Larry? What?
Listen.
They get down.
Like, they got the nice area of it, but there's an underworld of Hawaii that's like, yo, them dudes, they get down. There's Samoans and shit out there. There's Samoans and Filipinos and Japanese. Yo, they get down.
They get down. They do.
Hawaii is a sick place, man. So yeah, according to Danny,
testimony.
Hawaii's got sick, crazy Samoans on crack out there. So be careful.
There's a lot of meth.
Be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, it's not crack. It's meth out here.
You don't want to see a dog come.
What's he doing?
Get a pinata full of crack rocks and take a swing at it. No, that would be instant death.
Instant death, bro. Basically, he was saying
such a crazy fucker.
If he took a swing at a pinata full of crack rocks, it would be instant death. That's what he said. And I'm going to sample that, and I'm going to put that on the beginning of one of my tracks.
It's a good sample. Pinata of crack, instant death.
No, I said to him, I said, yeah. Oh, go ahead, Tim.
No, I was just going to say that Fyodor, man, isn't the one worry about even being in Hawaii, man? Don't you just worry about it all just going up in like that at any moment, man?
Oh, over here? No, I feel like the safest place on Earth is the most remote location on Earth. Second lowest crime rate in America, next to Maine. Military bases completely surrounding the islands. Like really fast reaction rates, I guess, like missiles or whatever. Yeah, I feel like this is the safest place to be, aside for like worst case scenario, like martial law or something.
Well, dude,
crazy.
I mean, dude, from someone who's lived in South America and stuff like that, man, I've been asking you a real question, man. What are the, for want of a better word, what are the natives, you know, the people who are actually born and bred, you know, proper Hawaiians? What do they think of all you bloody Americans going over there? You know, what do they think about that, man? Is it kind of a...
I mean, it's a mixed bag. People are sour about it, and other people are, you know, they've been Americanized, like, you know, like everybody out here. all of the immigrants who came out here were all Americanized. We got grown accustomed to the culture. You grew up in it, you know. You can't help it, right? I mean, it's hard to be like tribal and like when you live next to a mall.
So if I've got this understanding correctly, because you have an American passport, in theory, all of the people I've got on screen right now, you could all go to Hawaii, but you just choose not to. I don't get that. Why don't you just all get on a plane to go to Hawaii, man?
It's about as pricey as California and New York. Probably cheaper than New York, for shit's sake.
No, it's not about.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, as far as
you know, they sometimes they ship homeless people to Hawaii, and sometimes they ship them out of here. They ship them, like they fly them, like there's like a large homeless population in like Oakland, and it's like the wintertime. They'll ship them out here. They'll fly them out here, and vice versa. Like, you know, they'll fly homeless people from Hawaii out if the homeless population is too high.
I'd take a fucking homeless fucking flight to Hawaii. I'm just saying, like. Look, most recently, I didn't go out to fucking. I wanted to be out in Hawaii, but to come see Fyodor. But you know what it is? It's a 10-hour flight, and it's kind of expensive. I just
Yeah, no,
didn't really have
for real.
the dough for it.
I think it was
If
14
it was
hours,
cheaper
man.
and closer, God
14.
damn, man, that's 2 fucking hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I don't
not,
blame
that's
you.
not cool.
I'm not mad at all. I mean,
No, but it's not even about the length of the flight. If I had the fucking money for it, I would have went. It's just, you know, being that it was
no,
in December,
no worries, bro.
Yeah, being that it was in December around Christmas and shit, the fucking tickets were crazy expensive.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. I'm not mad. Okay. I didn't expect anybody to come. I would have been happy if it was just me and her and, I don't know, like a pigeon. Yeah, I've been good.
Yeah. Wait, the pigeon didn't show up?
No, the pigeon, you had to call out.
Oh, fuck. That's unfortunate. I think OG Ninja Mark smoked a huge blunt and he's coughing on the ground or something. Where'd he go? Oh, there you go.
You all right?
I just heard a bunch of coughing. I seen him roll up a huge blunt, and then all of a sudden I just heard coughing and fucking. There he goes. That was great.
Yo, G, I just watched your video. That shit's dope. I forget which one was it called. I was just like right before I was like, I remember Jimmy talking about OG Ninja. I'm like, who the fuck's OG Ninja? But that shit is dope.
Yeah, it's a good name. It's a very good name.
Good looks, bro. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Fyodor, I'm not sure if OG Ninja, I think you were talking with Viros earlier, but we just actually met recently. He's got some videos up there as well. If you're on there checking them out, I just actually met him through Peru.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And we just met through King Peru. He's been trying to get in on the chat. I don't know what happened to him, but we'll have him on another day. But yeah, he's the one who took us up to the radio station out in Newark and shit with Sleepy and all that.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. What's that fucking app, man? I'm not trying to shit on him or like knock him or anything. Just give me the name of the app so I could like I want to listen too. You know.
I thought I texted it to you.
No.
It's like get him some shit. I'll text it to you when we're done here. It's on this one that I'm doing the.
I'm just saying he might want to clarify as well because I was looking for the shit and I couldn't find it.
Yeah, no, it took me a second too because it's called Rejects Radio, but the app isn't called that. But yeah, no, I'll get it to you. Plus, we're all gonna go back on there again in a couple weeks while we're going up there. So
that's cool, man.
No, before we stray away from what I was just saying about New York, man, I'm fascinated because obviously, you know, like you're saying, obviously he's over there in Hawaii, Fedor, man. Is it a case of like just amongst all you three, if you had the money or the opportunity coming your way, would you just escape New York in a flash, or is it something intrinsically you like about New York? Because I don't get it. Because I think if New York's so intensive, why don't you just go move to Colorado, man? It seems a really chill place. You know, they've got the marijuana laws passed. It seems that everyone's sort of laid back. I mean, I don't understand it. I mean, is there something intrinsically that keeps you in New York?
It's called the block.
It's like moving to a different planet. For real, it's like moving to a different planet. It's so weird. There's something so unique and like different about New York. It's its own country. It's not New York. It's not America. It's just fucking weird, man. You have to grow up here to understand. It's just like intense. It's every culture, like just an extreme, just like difference between rich and poor, like right next to each other. Like a fucking homeless dude, like throwing up in front of Saks Fifth Avenue or something. Like it's fucking straight. It's very intense. It's all right there. It's weird.
So man, OJ OJ Ninja man. You said immediately the block, man. Expand on that.
Oh, you go ahead, man.
It's just like everything. Like I'm in Florida. I live in Florida right now, but I always come back to the block. You just can't leave that shit, you know? Literally the street you grew up on, or like the main street or the avenue where you grew up on, right in front of your crib, whatever. The people you grew up with on a certain street that you grew up, you know, from being a kid to fucking being like your first fight, or their first fight, or anything, you know what I mean? Or fucking seeing people grow up with you. Some became fucking fiends. Some became fucking drug dealers. Some went to jail. Some died. Some became doctors, lawyers. Like, it's all different, man. It's all crazy. Like, on one street, it's just everybody has their own different stories and shit. It's crazy.
Yo, for me, it's like when you're out of state, you wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, and you want to go get something to eat, but you can't because it's not New York City and everything is fucking closed. Those are like the times when I'm like, God damn it, I fucking miss being in New York.
Yeah.
I hate that shit. Or you're at a bar and you're just starting to get a buzz, and then all of a sudden the bartender's like, "Oh, last call," because all the bars close at 2:00 sharp. Like that's the type of shit that makes me wish I was back in New York. You know what I mean? Or trying to get from point A to point B and not being able to just pay $2.75 and being there in 20 minutes. Again, makes me just wish that I could teleport back to New York.
Jimmy, can you see this? Look, Jimmy, this is me. Look, it's playing the world's smallest violin. Oh, my heart bleeds, dude. My heart bleeds.
Or when I go get a slice of pizza and it tastes like shit everywhere I go, and I know that it won't taste good until I go back to New York. That's another one.
Dude, did you ever come back to the land of your fathers, man? Everything shuts down there at 11:00, man. Do you know what I mean? you haven't got a clue, man.
Yeah, that's awful.
Is that you?
That's me, bro. I got a little cold, so I put a snorkel on. Nah, that's Theodore, man. That's Gideon.
Bro, that looks like you.
Nah, this is me.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's a snorkel.
That was from our photo shoot we did. Like we were like 17 or something. Yeah.
Am I missing shit? I'm missing shit. Fuck.
But I mean, yeah. Actually, I wish I could find the rest of the pics from that because we had pics on there with Jux and shit. And I can't really find too many pictures of him, but I don't know. We might have lost the rest of them in those pictures in the archives.
Oh man. Were you showing the ones of us like on the rooftop and shit?
That's from that same photo shoot.
Wait, the one.
But earlier today.
What was that guy's name? The fucking photographer.
I don't know. You're the one who knew him.
It was like Sean. Yeah, it was Sean. But he like laid in the gutter, like to get some pictures.
Oh yeah, he was like laying in like a pile of. He was like laying in a pile of piss and shit, taking pictures of us.
Yeah, using that little like fucked up looking alley in Chinatown off Canal Street.
Yeah,
and he's like fucking laying down there, crawling into the fucking sewer. And
he was dedicated, man. He was a dedicated photographer. Earlier Third Eye was playing a bunch of our old shit from like the A&B days. He found like some old backup thing and he was playing it. Yeah, we were having a good laugh.
Wow, that's great. What was it like? Oh no.
It was pretty ridiculous, man. It was like you as Rich Rick and him as fucking I don't know who, a DJW. Yeah, it was pretty.
They keeping it bummy. It was a classic.
Yes, exactly. We had Sleepy on here, but I think Sleepy, he had a couple of drinks. I don't know where he went.
Oh no. Oh man, remember I was like just the one skit from back in the days where it was just me and Chris Heck like announcers or something. And
that was it. That's the one. That's the one we were listening to. Yeah.
It was like someone's calling me. Oh shit, it's your mom.
Yeah. It was pretty amazing. But yo, man, I gotta say, I'm really impressed with Chris too. I played the beats for Chris, and he was like, "Wow, that's Theodore." He was like, "Your beats got pretty good, man." I mean, dude, keep doing what you're doing, bro. I mean, over here,
sweet.
Sleepy's been working, doing beats and shit. I know he told me he sent you a few things, but yeah, we're just really just finally diving head first into this catacomb shit. So.
That's dope.
All right, yeah, keep at it, man. Keep at it. I want to hear more shit.
Well, we got the catacombs, and then we got this project that is untitled as of yet with Viros and King Peru, and man, so we gotta get on that, and like I said, trying to do some shit with OG Ninja here.
Jimmy, on the catacombs one, man. When will you just kind of enlighten me a bit more about what the catacombs means, particularly in New York, man? Because obviously, I'm trying to get my head around doing the artwork for this, and I love your kind of perspective on it, because it means something different to you, the catacombs, than it does maybe to me, and being a European and this part of the world. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, the whole catacombs project came to be because when I was living down south, I actually hadn't heard from Sleepy in a couple of years, and we were really close friends. But after Hurricane Sandy, he moved out of Rockaway, and we kind of lost touch for a little bit. I was going through shit, he was going through shit, whatever. But he jumped online. He's seen a couple of the music videos that came out with Woods about a year or two ago. and we got in touch with each other, and we stayed in touch the whole time. So he started sending me beats, and I told him, when I get back, we got all these joints together over the years, and you've done beats for my albums over the years, and the whole nine, but we never did a project with just me and him. So we decided we were going to do that. But even more so, like I said, we both just recently went through a bunch of shit as far as losses of, loved ones and just going through hard times. So the whole catacombs idea is kind of like the catacombs within yourself. You know what I mean? Like the skeletons in your closet. Like, just kind of like digging deep, bringing it all out in the open and just fucking getting it all out there. So that's what the catacombs is.
Cool, man.
Dope, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, that's
So,
man.
I mean,
Dude, as I said before, that stuff's universal, man. And this is what, dude. Let's be real about this stuff, and this stuff needs to be spoken upon. Let's be real, man. We're all men in this conversation, man. And the reason I say this, dude, something you spoke upon there, man. Let's be real with this, man. We're all men in this conversation. I lost a very close friend this year, man. You've spoken upon someone you lost, man. And it's like, this is one of the unspoken truths in this world, man. They don't talk about male suicide. Oh, they don't want to talk about that in our world, man. So, dude, that's what I mean. I'm really glad that you're bringing up this subject to speak upon, man, because it needs to be spoken about. Because, fuck, man, I can't be doing with any more lost fucking friends along the way, man. Especially people who are fucking creative people, man. And we need to speak these stuff as men, not let, for want of a better word, other people speak it, and we need to speak the truth. Sorry, man, I've been quite real here.
No, for sure. And it's funny you said that because as I was writing for this project, like I find myself writing lines where I'm talking about like, living out of my car and having like no money and like shit that nobody would really say in a mainstream sense because everybody's too busy. Like, I got the most money, I sell drugs, I'm the baddest motherfucker out there, I got all the bitches, I'm the toughest mother. And you know what though? Like, that's just not me at the end of the day. It never has been. I'm sitting over here writing tracks, hanging out with Third Eye, watching episodes of Kung Fu and shit. You know what I mean? Like that's where that's where my head's at with this. So yeah, and it's just funny, Kung Fu, David Carradine. If you haven't seen it, bro, I highly recommend it. Great fucking show.
Anime?
No, it's old. God, what was it? The 80s. It's a fucking show about this guy who studied under his master and had to he had to kill somebody in self-defense, and he becomes an outlaw, so he just winds up like a shaman, like just roaming the desert.
What is it called?
Shit. It's called Kung Fu.
He's Bill from Kill Bill.
Yeah, Bill from Kill Bill. Yeah.
What's the movie called?
You never seen Kill Bill, the movie?
No. I've seen Kill Bill. I'm saying.
Yeah, well, Bill and Kill Bill.
Oh, it's just Kung Fu.
It's the same actor. Yeah, the show. It's a TV show, and it's called Kung Fu.
Oh, it's just called Kung Fu. That's it.
That's it. Yep, it's very famous show. If you look it up, you can find it on YouTube. All that. Yeah, it's if you're into all like the ninja shit, which I have a bunch of books here that I'm interested in that type of stuff. But it's all about discipline, and it's all about just like some real shit. Every episode of that show teaches some real life shit. But getting back to just as I was writing this shit, just reading the lines and being like, wow, like I'm really saying some shit. But that was the whole point of the project. But you know what I mean? Like at the same time, like I'm doing the polar opposite of the shit you turn the radio on and listening to. These motherfuckers just talking about throwing stacks around, bands, all that shit, and I'm talking about not having two pennies in my pocket and sleeping in my car and living in my car and like just going through the worst of the worst. But I'm putting it out there like a fucking badge of honor because you know what? At the end of the day, I know I'm being real and honest with myself. And there's other people who they're out there right now. And they're saying shit that just wasn't their life. And they, whatever, I'm not going to knock them. You got to where you want to be. You do what you want to do. But for me, I just feel like that would be dishonest. And that's not what this is about. You know what I mean?
Right. Well said that, man. And that's exactly the point. And then, damn right, man, because man, it's all that, talking about you, for want of a better word, how bad you are as a guy, or how much money you've made, or how much this, that, and the other. It's all shallow, man. The real stuff is we're gonna die, man. And this is it makes me laugh about, particularly in the hip hop and the metal and the two things I like most. It's all this giving it armor back, it's like if you were really being a bad guy and you were really being real, you would say what you just said there, Jimmy. That's the real shit, man. A man stand up and saying, hey, do you know what the really scary shit in life is? Mortality. We're all going to die, and our friends die around us. Instead of just being like, yo, 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 and I made all this, it's being like, dude, I felt for that. That was my brother who lost, and it meant pain to me. And that shit is seen as weak. Now it's not weak, man. This is real men shit, and it's by illuminating that we get through this, rather than the sort of like, oh, we're not going to talk about it because it's. And that's, dude, what you just said then is the most fucking powerful, manly, real shit that can be spoken, man. And that stuff isn't spoken upon enough, and that's got what I was saying earlier on, man. That's the powerful stuff that we've got inside us, which is what frustrates me, man. Why aren't we showing this to the world, man? We're too under the bushel too much, man. We should be illuminating ourselves and taking it out to the world and being real with this, rather than just going and instead of allowing all your Taylor Swifts and all that to command the narrative. We should be demanding the narrative, man. We're men.
100%.
What point did we become so, pussy whipped that we can't stand up and be men and say it like it is anymore? God damn it, man! It's 2018. We're men, and we should be men, man, and speak the truth.
No, very, very, very
Good
true.
shit,
Very
Tim.
true. Yeah, that was real.
Good shit.
That was real.
Yeah, I fuck with
That's the
Tim.
real deal.
Oh man.
No, it's called being sincere, man. It's called being sincere.
Me, like when I first started it, I'm not gonna lie, like I'm 34 right now, but when I was in my 20s, I was on some talking about gangster this, gangster that. But then as soon as I get older, like it's just my mentality changes, because now I have kids, I got my nephews, I got my little brother. Like that's not the type of shit I want to talk about. Like I don't want them to follow that type of life that, because we've been through that shit. And you don't want that. And you want the better for the next generation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I may talk about it, but hey, there's consequences to what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a lesson for these kids to get it. And, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, as you get older, it's just your mentality is different. You want to be more conscious about what you're talking about, because you don't want to lead your kids and none of that to like a dead end. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, especially now with the music industry, it's just sickening, man. It's just very sickening, because it's corrupting the minds of the young kids, and pills, drinking lean. Like that's not the life you want to live, man. Because a lot of people die very young. You know what I'm saying? Like at a young age, because they follow these other rappers talking about this nonsense, and that's not the lifestyle people should be living, man.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it's sad, like to see shit like that. That's what sells. That's what's popular, or that's the wave. How other people want to say it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So yeah, man. It's just being conscious about what you got to say, and and who's listening. You know what I mean?
No, for sure. It's about being real with yourself. And it's funny you said that, because we were just listening to the music that we made back when we were like 15, 16 years old, and it was all about killing people and all the most horrible shit that there is. You know what I mean? And like. And it's funny when you go back and like now I'm in my 30s and being like, wow, I'm fucking in high school. I'm talking about all this unrealistic shit of like mass murdering people and just all the nastiest, grimiest bullshit that really wasn't who I was. I was definitely an angry person at that time and that age, but not about fucking catching like endless bodies. Like, just, you know what I mean? I listen to that shit now. Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
that's what happens when you listen to Necro.
That's what happens when you listen to all that shit, bro. Because it ain't just Necro talking about killing people. You know what I mean? Like
I'm just saying, like that vibe, that type of, you know what I mean? Like,
no, all that shit though. If you think about it, because even like shit that I to this day I'll still bump. These motherfuckers are just talking about sweet shit. They're talking about killing people a lot. Like and I still. And
exclusively.
I still listen to some like straight murder rap, but you picture that would be like some shit like people like Hitler listened to,
There's some hot bars in that shit. There's occasionally some hot bars in that shit. You could spit some pretty creative, evil, murder, devil worship, fucking grimy rap.
Yeah, hey, listen, I mean, we still listen to this. Some people still they have their way of doing it, but I mean, I just feel like just doing it in the sense of just not even like, because listen, like for example, you got people who are known for that type of style, and they do it in a way that's just straight art, And then there was the way that we were doing it, and it was just like just talking about blatant murder without any art to it. You know what I mean? Just like I'll fucking run you over with my car and squash your fucking head, and you know all we're doing is making it rhyme.
No
You know what I mean?
punchline.
Hey, man, you had some hard shit.
So,
But now
Back
it's
up a
different.
Mack
Like
truck
Biggie
into-
said, like Biggie Small said, listen up, I got a story to tell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean that's another good example because if you look at somebody like him, like if you really look at the interviews with him, you could tell that guy wasn't about that shit, bro. He was a real peaceful soul, like a good heart. You know,
Oh, yeah,
he had
yeah,
that rep, and
definitely.
he said what he said, but he just wasn't about that. Especially, you know, once he stepped off the streets and was making records, that was it. It was a rap for any type of shit like that for him. So it's just a shame that he still had to die over the shit. But
Yeah.
you know, one thing. I think this is something we should all talk about. Has anybody here ever put something on a song or put something into a rhyme that came to be?
Okay, I love you.
You know what I mean? Like that actually came to happen. Because that's happened to me a few times. And now it makes me choose my words wisely. And that might sound stupid, but like, it was something as recent as a few months ago. Like I wrote something in the track, and it wound up happening to somebody really close to me. And it was like I didn't write it about them in the track. You know what I mean? But I wrote it
Wow.
on the song with the person,
Oh,
and it happened.
shit, damn.
And it's just like
That's
it always
crazy.
makes me think. Yeah, it always makes me think. And when the song gets played for people, because you know my friend isn't around anymore, he passed. I gotta explain to people like, yo, I didn't do that verse after he died. We did it like 2 months before. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so I don't know, man. You know, when they say that you put shit into reality, you put shit into the universe, whatever the fuck. As simple as your words, there might be a little truth behind that, man. And it has made me choose my words a little bit more as of recently when I write music.
Damn, sorry to hear that, bro. Damn.
Yeah, it was fucking. It's just weird. You know, people chalk shit up to coincidence, whatever. It's just every time I hear it now, it's just kind of weird to me. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
and I don't know, man. Like, I've read all these books and shit like that about, and it is true. I will say that the shit that you think and the shit that you speak it and think it into reality. You know what I mean? Like,
You
it just
put it
happens
into
that way.
existence. You know what I'm saying? You're throwing it out there.
Yeah. It's pretty fucking crazy, man. Like, it's weird. Like before I started fucking with Jeff, we did all these interviews and all this shit. We was getting like press passes to these festivals. Like I had this like really weird dream, and I had it like more than once, that I was at this festival and all this shit was going on, and then like a year later, I'm there and it's happening. You know what I mean? Like I'm interviewing these people and I'm at this. I'm like, yo, I had this dream a year ago. You know what I mean? Like this is really fucking weird. So I just feel like certain things, thoughts, things you speak, you can speak and think them into reality. If you spend enough time thinking on them and speaking about them, like it just happens. And you know, if you read a lot of books about shit like that, like the law of power and all that shit, like The Secret, all that shit, it all says in there that's you know,
law of attraction.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
The
law of attraction.
Well, Jimmy, all I want to say from that, even from just and I always try to take it down to a base, just human level. Just think about it, man. We're literally just what meat machines, these flesh vessels that we're on this space machine that's tumbling in space, man. And the only thing we've got right at the moment to communicate is through our mouths and through our hands and the actions we do. So obviously everything that's been created, the good and the bad, has been done from that action through our hands or our mouths. So just that's how much power we've all got, man. So it's what I was trying to say to you earlier on, Jim. We've forgotten about the power we hold as humans inside of us, man. And we don't realize that the words we put out are all we're doing, and this is how I look at it, we're just manifesting our intent. And it's nothing spiritual, it's nothing mystical, it's just true, man. It's like the old thing, it's like all these philosophies say, you know, karma, what you put out in the world, you're going to get back, man. That's what you're speaking upon there, Jimmy, man. It's just what you put out, you're going to get back, and that's not any mystical shit. That's just real shit, man. Because we're all just on this one. It's, dude, I love thinking. I think it this way. When you actually contemplate that everything that's on this planet is inside this marble that's floating through space. So all the consciousness, all the plant, everything is inside this little, you know, atmosphere. So obviously everything we're doing is going to affect everything inside that. Just as if you went into a swimming pool and had a piss, it's going to turn the water orange or blue or whatever the dye they put in. Everything we do has an effect, man. And that's what's, I think, is really important. I think it's something you spoke upon what you just said then. I've always think it's one of my what really got me into rap, and one of the guys that really got me into it was Paris. And I don't know how aware you guys are of Paris, but dude,
Paris
he was
is
one
awesome.
of the things. And he was speaking about awareness, having higher consciousness, and understanding what this is all about. And it's been that frustration that was there in the 80s and the 90s. It still hasn't moved on, man. And it's what you're speaking about. We don't realize that all the shit we do out, man, it puts a lot of the negative vibes upon the world, man. And it's interesting you just said now when you read back about what you're doing, you think, dude, how much of that shit affected people? How much have you, like you just said, then you can have a dream and it comes, you know, you'll see that happen a year later. Then think, well, fuck, all that shit I was writing when I was 17. How do I know that didn't have an effect in the world, man? And this is the reality. I think we're starting to wake up as humans, understand that we've got so much power inside of us as human beings. We don't even realize it, man. We throw our words away. We throw our sentences away. Then you look back and think, well, wait, why is all the everything been written on paper? Why is all the, you know, it's so intrinsic of us about humans, and we just become, I think, unaware of what we have the potential inside us to do. As Sleepy said earlier on, man, it's only the awareness that holds us back, man.
Yeah, very true. Very true words
shit.
from the Sleepinator.
Perspective is awareness.
That's right. That's right.
I'm quoting Sleepy too. Wait, I think I left out a true indeed or something.
Yeah, you did. Where's the true indeed? But yeah, man. I mean, we had a good time up there in Newark at the station, and like I said, we'll be going back up again soon. All the people there were really, really good people. I think they have an event coming up in February too. That's why I was trying to get King Peru on here tonight, but I think he had problems getting into it. Speaking of Paris, I mean, dude, my favorite track from Paris is "What Would You Do." I mean, he's got a lot of good tracks, but "What Would You Do" is it's a good one.
Well, dude, I sort of silent before you go any further, dude. I was a proper metal boy. And the whole my intro into the whole hip hop stroke rap, whatever you want to call it, world was "The Devil Made Me Do It," man, by Paris, because that guitar riff, it was like, oh, here we go. So yeah, that was my intro into the whole world of hip hop. And if it hadn't been for Paris, I wouldn't be talking to you right now, man. So yeah, all power to Paris, man.
Nice, yeah. He's underrated, man. You don't really get the shine that he really should get a lot more. I mean, if you know, they used to write about him a lot and all that shit. And I mean, I would say if people who are real hip hop heads know Paris, you know, but I was just surprised it took me so long listening to hip hop till I actually really figured out who Paris was.
What year did Paris drop?
Oh, he's been around. Tim, you probably know better than I do. When's the first time you heard Paris?
Dude, I think he started putting stuff out in 87, 88. It was definitely pre-90.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely pre.
I was born in 92. I never heard of Paris.
Hey, well, I highly recommend that you look up his song "What Would You Do" by Paris.
Paris? Where's he from?
Yeah, Cali.
Dude, no, I would definitely recommend you listen to the album "Sleeping with the Enemy," man. That album alone, dude. I'll give you a reflection, man. I'll give you a reflection of what it's like to live in, I'll give you a reflection of England in 1990. So take yourself back to England 1990. Yeah, at the time everyone's into, a bit of grunge, and it was all that kind of bollocks. Yeah, it was all that. So there we are. I'm a 21-year-old lad. You know what I mean? Me and my mate, who was the only other guy I knew who had Paris, and I used to drive from where I used to live up north in England down to London, 250 mile, listen to this CD. We would plug it in. This is the days before we had all the digital shit. We'd have one CD, we'd plug it in, full whack that beginning of that Paris album. Now, if you ever listen to "Sleeping with the Enemy," you know what I'm talking about. If not, go away. I'm not even going to say anything more. Play "Sleeping with the Enemy" from the beginning, and then understand what that was like when we were 21, just on the outskirts of some white suburbia town, listening to that shit full pelt, and I mean full whack, like 1 a.m, man. That's the little reality of Paris, man.
I'm going to be listening to "Sleeping with the Enemy" when we're done here. I'm going to check that out tonight.
Dude, I
So-
say to this today that my only other story with Paris is when this is early when he released the album Sonic Jihad, which another one, man. I played that album when I lived in Leeds, and my next door neighbour was threatening to call the police on me because he thought I was a terrorist. He goes, dude, he goes,
He's listening to fucking jihad, some shit. You're gonna have to get
so dude, I would recommend to go and listen to Sleeping with the Enemy and Sonic Jihad. And I'll tell you what, with Sonic Jihad, I'll be interested to, after you played it, whether you feel you could walk around the streets of New York playing that album, man. Because I think you'd probably be, probably be strong-armed by the law for listening to that album out loud, man. I'm being serious. I'm being serious, dude. He says,
Sounds pretty edgy.
Man, he says some shit on that album, man, that is pretty fucking out there, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna listen to that.
Yeah, good man. I feel like I've done a good deed tonight, man. I've spread the word of Paris around, man.
Yeah, I heard of Sonic Jihad, but I never listened to Sleeping with the Enemy, so I'm gonna definitely be listening to that tonight.
From the beginning, it has to be played from the beginning. Yeah, I know. Dude, I say this because you speak to so many people now, they don't even want to listen to albums from the beginning anymore. They just want to skip to track 5, the one track they've heard of, man. The art of making an album has definitely disappeared on this generation, man.
Yeah, music's came from like fine dining to like fast food now. It's just like singles or like, a couple of tracks or like Happy Meal mixtapes and bullshit. You listen to mixtape once and then you delete it or something.
Happy
No, it's true.
Mixtapes. That's classic.
Disposable freaking mixtapes. Yeah.
By the way, Devil Made Me Do It was 1990.
Okay.
The first Paris single.
Okay.
There you go,
yeah. So yeah.
On Tommy Boy Records. That's cool.
That was quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. What Would You Do is my favorite Paris song, man. That's a real good one, and that was obviously not until like 2001 that he did that one. But yeah, no, yeah, like OG Ninja said earlier. I mean, yeah, music has gotten to a point where it's definitely oversaturated. We got all these networks and they're great for uploading music and all this, but there's so many people doing it now. It's almost exhausting to like comb through it and look for what really appeals to you. I do it all the time. I jump on YouTube and I look at all the new music coming out, and I wind up finding some people that I'm like, wow, this guy's really good. And I got to comb through so much shit, though, like so much shit. And you could tell, like certain people, like you could tell who the person was who like just one day had money and just said, I'm going to give this a shot. You know what I mean? And then you could tell the people who have they have it in their blood and they've been doing it. Yeah. It's just funny though, because it's this day and age where people. They get to a point. I don't know if they're bored and they just have money, or they're just like, hey, what would it be like if I just made a fucking album?
Yeah.
It's gotten to that point, man. I mean, and then you were talking earlier about the people with the Instagram followers. I mean, dude, I can sit and talk about that all night long.
You could buy that. You could buy that now.
Yeah, you could buy it. But then, like, if you go online, like some of the truly great people who have been around. Either they don't even have Instagram, or if they do, they have such a low number of followers. You're like, wow, how is this possible that this person has like no followers? But then like the one retarded fucking chick who was on like the Jerry Springer show, whatever, has like fucking thousands and thousands of fucking followers and shit.
Yeah.
It goes to show you, man. People's fucking I think it all comes back to people's attention spans. You know what I mean? Everybody's attention span is as short as a fucking meme, and they're going off of that.
True.
You know what I mean? Like.
Thanks.
I don't know if you've seen this thing recently, but when New Year's Eve happened, someone posted this shit and it said 2017 was just one big meme, and they just showed like a big collage of like all the fucking bullshit memes, and it's like it really was though.
It's true.
Everything that happened that was worth anything was made into a meme or came from a meme or whatever. It's like, I don't know. It bothers me in ways I can't explain.
It's watered down nowadays, though.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. Before you get the glass of watered down bullshit, it's already got additives and bullshit stuck in it. So it's like you gotta know which way to go. You know what I mean? You have to know which way to go in your own way, and definitely don't.
That shit kind of remind me of fucking Netflix. You trying to watch a movie, and you end up not watching shit. You know what I'm saying? Like fuck, I can't find shit. You know?
No, it's happened to me so many times. I'd be like, damn, I came on here to watch like a good classic fucking action movie or some shit. Now instead I'm watching Food Boy and like this dude's running around with loaves of bread coming. You know, this dude's
Food Boy was dope. You ain't on Food Boy. That was that. You got a good Norm cameo.
I don't know who cameoed in it. All I know is that the dude had fucking loaves of bread come out of his hands and like sausages and ketchup and mustard and shit.
I watched fucking, what was it? Vampire Dog with Norm. Norm's voicing the dog. Those was the best. Norm Macdonald, yeah, he was voicing the vampire dog. It was like the best 2 hours of my life I've wasted.
Yeah, but that's Norm Macdonald. No matter what dumb shit he does, he's fucking gold. He was fucking he did the KFC commercials and it was hilarious. He was the Colonel.
He did KFC commercials?
You don't remember that?
What? No,
dude, look it up. It's the creepiest shit ever, bro. He's like all painted gold and he's the Colonel. I can't believe you never seen it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No. That's Norm, man. It's Norm Macdonald, bro. He kills it. The one with John Goodman as the Colonel was good too.
What? No, I haven't seen that either. So I gotta catch up on my KFC commercials. Just slacking.
Yeah, man. What are you doing? Where you been? But yeah, no. I mean, we're also in the time where everything's being brought back. Like, dude, they brought back Full House.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Fuller House.
It was horrible. I watched like 10 minutes of it, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I tried to too, and I couldn't do it. I was like, "This is." Did they even got the twins on it?
No, of course the twins ain't on that shit. They're the only ones who wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
I was about to say that. I was about to say that, Jimmy. But I good luck trying to bring back the Huxtables.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, fucking.
I'd watch
I don't think that's gonna be happening anytime
I'd watch
soon.
that shit.
There ain't gonna be any more Fat Albert fucking cartoons either. But you know,
Adult Swim.
Hey, there's always. I mean, Bounce TV plays all that shit. They play all Bill Cosby shit.
Yeah. Oh, I was feeling that Mike Tyson Adult Swim show. That shit is dope. With Norm on it too.
That one's not bad. Yeah, that one's not bad. When he's running around with the pigeon and he's doing like Scooby Doo mysteries and shit. Yeah, not too shabby.
He's fucking. I actually really like listening to him. He's been doing these talks. He goes. He has like he gives lectures now, but he's like kind of interesting. Kind of like
Mike Tyson's
outlook.
been an interesting guy. Yeah, he went from being like public enemy #1, like everybody hated him because he raped that fucking. He was caught up in that rape case, and he was just a nasty dude in fucking the '90s, obviously. But I mean, you know, if you ever look up his life story, it's not really a cakewalk by any means.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, it's been crazy.
Yeah. Dude, the only thing I would say about Tyson, again, maybe because I'm the oldest sort of gentleman in this conversation, man, I remembered being, again, just growing up watching Tyson, and he was, and to this day, there's never been a fighter like him, man. I know he's got all the reputation, but dude, I remember being, like I say, almost, because he's only a few years older than me, but it was almost like he won so many fights just psychologically. Just by the time he even stepped into the ring, he had people defeated because he was such an animal. And I don't mean that in a really derogative way. I mean it in a real sense. It was just like he put the fear of God into people, and he won. I would argue probably good 60-70% of his fights just by psychologically defeating the guy before he even entered the ring. Man, he is. And I always think it's the way that the Americans treat him, man. It's one of the disgrace, man. Because over this part of the world, man, he's revered, man. They love him over here. He's a proper hero of this part of the world, man.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he's over here. He does his shit. He's got TV shows. He's in movies. He's in the Hangover movies. He does his thing. I think, like I said, I mean, the way all that what you're speaking about was definitely back more when he was actually fighting. You know, when he was doing, interviews and cursing people out and all that shit, which I love his interviews from the 90s. They are the most entertaining interviews you'll see.
Oh, yeah. You guys are fucking genius.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was...
He's like a fucking insane he's like a criminal mastermind. He's a genius the way he psychologically fucks with people. Just right.
Yeah. I just like the one where he's cursing left and right, and the guy's like, "Hey, Mike, you're live, man. You can't be talking like that." He's like, "You don't like it? Turn off your fucking station."
Yeah.
He's like,
Oh, we
he's like,
said
"All right,
that.
real
Yeah.
class." He's like, "All right, real class act. See you, Mike." He's like, "Fuck you."
Oh yeah, when he
But,
mentioned
you know,
that rape case on him, he was like, "You're a real piece of shit. You're a scumbag."
yeah.
Fuck you. Yeah, in the
Yeah,
face he
yeah,
made
that
at
was
the
great.
end, that shit was hilarious, man. That shit had me dying.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. It was awesome. Well, I mean, listen, I mean, they pull those tricks on people live on TV all the time. They corner people
Oh hell
with
yeah,
questions
man! They
and
be
talking
trying to
shit
pull
they don't
dirt
wanna
on
talk about.
people to see if they go crazy. But Tyson, I respect him because he held his own and he controlled himself. All he did was just curse him the fuck out, and that's it. You know what I mean? The old Tyson would have punched him in his face.
Yeah, that's true. I think it helped that they were. I don't think they were in the same station when he did that. Otherwise, it might have went that way. But
Yeah.
Dude,
have any of you guys?
dude, I'm just saying what you.
Have any of you guys?
But say, Jimmy, what you're speaking about, man, regardless of what you feel about this or the other way, man. I mean, you're just saying then about what Tyson took in, from the the precedent, man. Just think. I mean, if you're going to go on the measure or anything, just think of the. I mean, of 2017, man, I have never known, and I'm saying I'm the oldest in this conversation. I have never known the amount of fucking abuse that one person, as in Trump, has taken. And I'm not making any dog in this fight. I'm an Englishman, so I don't give a. It doesn't bother me either way. But dude, I've never seen a human being take so much flack from every angle. You don't see anybody sticking up for him, man, at all.
No,
not over here.
Nobody's
over here.
Nobody's gonna do that. Nobody's gonna do that because you get up and you defend him, bro. You're jumping in the fire. You know what I mean? You're throwing yourself right into the flames. So nobody's trying to be attached to that guy right now. And I mean, but the shit that he says and he does really doesn't really help him either.
Oh mate, I'm not making the point either one way or the other. I just think it's I was just speaking upon it, the fact of he has got to be surely up of all the people that's ever been on this planet. It's probably the most attacked person I've ever known. I don't know. I can't think of anyone more really.
No, you're 100% right, man. Listen, when anytime I'm around the news, if they turn the TV on, Channel 5 News is on, it doesn't matter what time of day or night it is, the TV turns on and it's like, and Trump did this today, and what an asshole. We all hate him, don't we? Yes, we do. Screw him. And that's any channel I turn on. There's not one channel that isn't on that. You know what I mean? Everyone, if it's MTV or it's like Comedy Central or fucking CNN, dude, that's it, man.
Yo, Theo, what the fuck, dude?
Yo, sleep. It's good, man. So you bugging out on camera. You have me dying already. No, chilling, man. We're talking about how everybody hates Trump. And it's true.
Yo, whatever, man. Eat some pizza.
Whatever, man.
do it for Trump. Have a fucking Mexican pizza. Go to Taco Bell.
But the reason I bring it up was it was kind of like, isn't this just again a reflection from someone sat in the Highlands of Scotland, man? But I look at America now, thinking the fact that Trump did get in as a the whole idea of popularity contest, isn't it just proof? Like, who would want to follow it, man? Isn't he just going to be the last person? Isn't it just the ultimate proof of like we can't just have one monkey mind in control of America? Is it because who would want to follow it, man? Who's going to want to walk into that shoes after what he's been taking?
I mean, when we had Bush, that was pretty fucking bad. He was saying the stupidest shit. He just wasn't being as controversial. Also, I kind of feel like it's good that we got him because he shows how fucking bad things can get. Like.
Yeah, but dude,
things can get this bad. They should get this bad. So we know that. Holy shit. How the fuck did it get this bad? We let it get this bad, dude. If this can happen, it should happen. Just so, like,
dude,
we all know for a fact now that this shit's fucked up. Like, it's just fucked up, dude.
Dude, I love about this guy anyway.
No, man. I don't want to talk about this guy completely, but I think it's fascinating, dude, because I think you're right about the Bush one. But I don't want to talk politics, man. I mean, I just mean it on the fact of I can't see any human ever who's probably in our lifetimes been more despised than Trump, man. And he didn't want that. If you spoke to him back 2 years ago, he'd be like, I didn't do this to be the most despised human being on the planet, man. That's what I'm saying. I mean, who'd want to follow it? Who's going to want to follow those shoes, man?
I'm gonna be honest, man. I really think, and people think I'm crazy for this, but I really think that the whole Donald Trump thing is a big illusion. That it was all pre-planned, and that this is all a pre-planned agenda of something. They knew before he was in there as president that was what it was going to be. This guy is going to be a punching bag for America and the world, and everybody's going to hate this guy. That was all part of the plan. I really, truly
I feel the same
believe
way. It's a fucking
I
scheme.
gotta say, I love Theo's glasses more than Trump.
that.
It's got the F on the side. I got the F on the side, boy.
Nice.
I gotta market.
Yeah.
I gotta market that. Yeah.
I'll take it off.
Yo, Trump's gonna come to your house and break your glasses.
Dude, I always I think it kind of relates to what we've been talking about, but
I wish he would.
You're gonna see fucking Air Force One landed in your backyard.
Good, I'm ready.
Fucking McDonald's wrapper
I'm
comes
ready.
out the window.
I'll suplex him.
You know what's really
into
amazing?
a volcano.
Have you ever looked at his hair like up close?
What?
Oh, what?
Oh, you said up close?
No, you cracked up. What's that?
He will not take that hat
Have
off.
you ever? Huh? How about
Nope.
this? If you take your hat off, I'll take my.
Yo, you look like Kid and Play.
That's what I was going for. That's what I told him. I'm like, give me the kid.
Yeah.
You got to get the play,
my
Jimmy, because we both went to art and design just like them.
I know, but I'd rather have my hair
fucking
cut like the
handsome,
drummer
dude.
from Kiss. Whoa, pause.
Hey, yo.
Yeah.
Gotta relax.
Yo,
What the fuck?
yeah, chill. Yo, is that Denzel Washington on your TV behind you?
That looks like Thor.
He's like Thor.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know what he's smoking over there, but I don't see Thor.
He's like Rocky Dennis.
Rocky Dennis. Well, the conversation has gone
Tommy.
awry.
We weren't talking about Rocky Dennis?
I think no. We there's one thing we're not allowed to talk about Rocky Dennis on this program.
He's going
It's in the
somewhere else.
guidelines.
That's half my material.
Well, Fyodor's got like 17 pet rocks that he's got to water every 5 hours.
Yo, Jimmy,
Those rocks gonna
look at this guy's
die.
hair.
Tim,
What's up?
Tim, I gotta ask you a question.
of course, man.
He's drinking a Pellegrino.
Is the
Nice.
The San Pellegrino. You got to pronounce the whole thing, or else it's not fancy.
over there?
Oh,
I didn't hear a word of that, man. Go on, AJ, man. Go on.
Huh?
Repeat, man. I didn't
What'd
hear
you say,
you.
Mark?
They're all talking
My bad.
over you, dude.
My bad.
No. You good. I was asking, is the flower recreational over there?
But we're at.
In Scotland.
Scotland.
Yeah.
Is weed recreational in Scotland? That's what he wants to know.
No, man. It's completely illegal over here, man. It's dude. This is
Wah, wah, wah.
yeah.
But why?
it's-
Don't they know it's good for you?
Dude, everybody knows that, but it's just a different. It's just a different argument over here, man. Do you know what I mean?
Don't they know it cures cancer?
Dude, if you want a real conversation, man, it's like everywhere. I mean, it's. Do you know the hilarious thing about the British government, right? It's obviously you can go in any town, any city in the UK, and you'll be able to, you can tell instantly because you'll be able to smell them. You know what I mean. So it's everywhere. It's pervasive everywhere. Yeah, just to the point over here, right? But it's still, you can be thrown in a cage. You can be given, all the sentences in the world. They will put you in prison. Yeah. But this is the hilarious one. From 3 years ago, I think it's 3 or 4 years ago, the British government. The money that was being spent on illegal drugs and added it to the GDP of the country just to make us a bit more wealthy. Cheeky bastards.
Unbelievable.
That's
So it's still illegal, but they count it on their.
That's part of the GDP.
That's wild. That's pretty wild, man.
They put they
That
did
amazes
that. They
me.
put, yeah, they
That's
did it.
pretty
They did it with illegal drugs and prostitution, both illegal, but they still added it to the GDP. Good old Blighty.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That's pretty wild. But I mean, well, yo, Sleepy. Are you there, Sleepy? I see an S. I think Sleepy went to sleep.
He's there in spirit.
Yeah, he's here in theory. But
So, Jimmy, before we just do wrap this up, man, because we've been we're like you said, we're rambling on and we've been going on. Let's just kind of wrap this up with a back to where we started, man. You mentioned the Catacombs project, man, and you mentioned a couple of projects. So I'm going to show it over to you, Jimmy. Tell me when that's coming out, and I'll hand it across to all of you, dude. If there's anything you want to flag up, tell us all about any projects coming up, about all that. And again, man, this is my shout to you all, man. I said to you all, dude, you know, this on a real level, man. Let's try to connect on N99 and let's do something about this shit, man. Let's just try to actually, you know, not just leave this conversation here and let's make it, you know, take this step further. Because if we're being real, man, as I said before, bullshit, you know, a lot of bullshit talks, but real shit, you know, doesn't, you know, walks, man. And we need to get into the mode of mind of walking, not just giving it all the chat. You know what I mean? So that's my little play out to you, man. I've sent you all the links, man. Let's all connect on that. But I'll hand it all across to you, man. Anywhere where any projects you want to talk about or anything, yeah, this is just time, man, and then we'll wrap it up.
all right, cool. And you know, if you don't mind, because I know you usually end with a track, if you can cue up "What Would You Do" by Paris, that would be a good one to go out on.
Oof, man. The trouble about doing that, dude, I'll be copyright straight.
Oh, right, I forgot about that. Well, you're welcome to play one of me and Fedor's joints.
I'll put one. I'll put one of your tracks out, man. Go on anyway. You carry on.
Cool, man. All right, so Catacombs, yeah, we're gonna be doing the album. It's gonna be about 10 and 12 tracks, which are all gonna be produced by Sleepy. But Fedor sent us some beats, so what we got an idea to do was we're gonna try and do some singles with the beats that Fedor sent us, and then on the actual project, it's gonna be Sleepy's beats. So be on the lookout for that. Again, going to be trying to do a few tracks of OG Ninja Mark. Going to be trying to do a few tracks of Viros. Also, we have an untitled project with me, Viros, King Peru, and others. So be on the lookout for that. We're going to be back on Rejects Radio sometime, if not this month, then in February. So also, check, you know, be on the lookout for that. I'll post links. Just basically this year, going to be working with Low Vision, Sleepy, you know, Thermal. Looking forward to doing shit with OG Ninja and Viros and everything. And we're just going to be really like getting this record done finally. So by the spring, you'll see the Catacombs will be done. It should be available and online by the summer. And the singles, I'm sure, will be coming along before we drop it. So look out in the spring for the singles. And all of we're actually going to be backing up our old catalog. I mean, records that we did as far as like 8 years ago, 10 years ago, we're going to be putting them up online as well because everything's original production and everything was recorded in-house with Third Eye. So be on the lookout on that as well. It's going to be put out through Out of Nowhere Entertainment, which is Ops label through TuneCore. And I think I'm going to release a couple things through Josh's thing out here in Brooklyn through Smoked Out Media. But Tim, just wanted to say thanks again for having us on. I want to shout out to fucking Mr. Fedor, Mr. Gideon Gilgamesh. Congratulations on getting married and everything, man. And congratulations on the awesome beats and shit you've been sending. And
looking up. Thank you.
Cheers to your new life in Hawaii, man. I'm very proud of you. I'm happy you're doing well and everything. And yeah, keep up the good work, man. Keep sending the bangers through. And you know, I know you still got vocals to drop, so send us some verses for the projects, and maybe we can even do a long distance digital crack album over the year.
Yeah, that'd be dope. For sure, man.
That would be awesome.
You stay in touch.
You know?
Stay in touch, for real. Yeah.
Yeah, man. And shout out to Sleepy. You know, he's not here, but he's here in a physical thought. And you know, of course, OG Ninja and Viros for being on tonight, which is awesome. And I invite you guys to exchange info with Tim and to come back on and do one-offs with Tim because you guys could do your own thing and speak on what you guys are up to. You know. So definitely stay in touch with Tim, and let's all try to get together for this Rejects Radio thing. If we could all go together, me, you, me, OG Ninja, Viros, Peru, Sleepy, we'll go back up to the station. So let's all do that together.
Definitely.
Oh yeah.
And also one last thing, the show we were working on, Curtis Goes Online, also known as Curtis, will be done soon. So be on the lookout for that. Again, I'll be posting links, and that's a comedy show that we had shot. So I play a role in there as Jimmy Fan, and we got various other people on it. We got Woods is on it as Prince of Our Shit. So that's again by Jeff Soster and TC Stan. So be on the lookout for that. So shout out to you, Tim. Thank you for always reaching out and being a good man. And I really look forward to seeing you hopefully over here one day over here in America.
Well, nice, man. Well, I'm going to go old school, man, and I'm going to say thank you for giving me your time tonight, man. It has been great to connect. And like you say, definitely doors open for you all to come back here, and we'll have some one-to-one conversations. But from all over here in Scotland to all over there in America, I'm going to say life is people, and we're going to go old school with the Vortex.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. J. Bro. Oh man, this is classic.
Oh yeah. J. Broad.
What happened to that guy?
My words, rapping pulse, put a little map in my verse. It's a galactic curse, one of the first ships on Earth, like Clark Kent out of it's the man to Enigma, Pepsi Can, Wizards, Mistakes, Prospections, JD, Guns, the herd, computer words, right, come on, with them kids in the morgue. Matter of fact. The spin cage, JC, you're back. This is Dutch. The crappy motor engines, suspension, replace the cable extension with my lower retesting. Translating the lesson, when you asking a question. Vascular expression, stress in the repetitive sedatives, kill the noise, let it live. Devil with feeling another level tip, fluent on blue tin and a parallel vortex. So we have the rap on the chorus.
Falling in the vortex.
The dead like Auschwitz, curse value in verse, extra value in certain blood with a clue on his tongue. Take a weapon, chewing gum, pursue the sun and suits of guns and the dirt. My boot was chewed blonde with 8 red towels on his side. I feel the butt of my life in the great Formative concept of bomb up your progress. Content, what a shit. You ride in due process with inanimate objects and live life out of context. Dropping bombs and implode, just be all at the show. Every single phrase is sentence for the independent method. Comprehending consequences, complement the conduit. I combine your reconnaissance. No honor in politics, you got no heart to follow this, bitch.
And then J. Prod follows.
Yes.
I didn't mean that. That wasn't subliminal. That was not subliminal.
Yeah, J-Pod actually, he lives in Columbia now.
Yeah? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. You still doing music?
I don't think so.
Coming up with tactics like we was thinking all in all. I rap all around you on the circle. Same feeling, that's cause we ain't commercial. Cause motherfuckers looking at me like I'm the passionate cry. Like we was thinking all in all. So rap all around you on the circle.
Yeah.
I sleep between blood sucking ticks, J Prodigy Friday, baby, the new clan. It's gonna get worse when the shit hits the fan. Either we feeling you stash the grand, or we snatch chains, take away your cars like Repo Man.
Like Repo Man.
Friday. Thanks to Enigma. John Doe, the unknown. AGC. DJ Third Eye.
Wow, yeah, take me back. That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.